All right, it's been make sure I'm framed here, right? See, got me right here, guy. It's been a while since I've done one of these kind of videos, but I think what I want to do is I want to show, or without the profanity that pretty much was involved when I first went through this process. So we had some breakages. A couple of parts broke. We got this thing right here. This broke. So this is like the slave steering part of a servo saver setup. This is the other half that's mounted with bearings. What's funny is when you feel this piece in your hand, feels like it's a good quality, but when you scratch it with your nail, for me, what it reminds me of is the old composite chassis that weren't really the greatest idea. I mean, how do I explain that? It's not that they weren't a good idea. It was like that series of progression and how things are made. I don't feel as though FMS has things together because these parts are feeling kind of porous. I don't have the other part here. Let me go get it. So this is the other piece. This is a very specific piece, and could you scan and 3D print something like this? Yeah. Is it worth your time? It's not. So this is where they've got you locked down. It would be nice if somehow they redesigned it differently so that it didn't have to incorporate this piece kind of in that pivot point. So much of this truck is broken to where I'm at the point now I'm not exactly sure why some things are broken, other than the possibility of, like I said, dude, it even just feels hard. Like, it's got flex to it, but I'm no designer. But it seems as though it's a little too rigid. But maybe that's what they wanted. The only way a company is going to stay in business is to make you pay for parts. And if you paid almost $500 for an RC, chances are you're not going to just take it and toss it in the trash when all you've got to do is spend $35 or something like that, shipped to your door. Problem is I only need this piece and I only need this piece. That's where the problem comes in. It's almost as if they're treating this like LOSI. LOSI is funny as a company with how they do their things. It kind of makes sense, but then it's a bummer that it doesn't, because 9 times out of 10, the reason why you're buying this piece is because this is the only piece that broke. You don't need the 500 other pieces that go with this one piece to continue on with your fun, but they're going to make you buy it, and you're going to have to pay for it. So this piece, I do intend on making this. This is back together with super glue. It's only back together with super glue so I can get some measurements off of this. So I plan on making this simple piece out of TPU-D, I think it's called. It's just a real strong TPU that I'm hoping is going to have the flexibility. I just don't know. I think it's not going to be the same as the other piece. But what I am going to do is I'm going to contact the company about this piece and this piece. This piece is a fail. This is very obvious. This piece, when you come across a warranty situation, you need to determine whether if it bothers your, I mean, let's say it's a conscience matter, but there are some people out there like Charlie Manson. He didn't really have much of a conscience, did he? The Unabomber, he didn't have much of a conscience. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that that's where I'm not Charles Manson and I'm not the Unabomber, but watch out. Do I think this piece should have broke? Man, do I think this piece should have broke? Possibly. This is, I think, only like $8 or $7 or something like that. Where the money is with all this garbage. So companies do make it so that they make money, and that is important. But if you're going to come across flawed stuff, see if you can get it warranted and see what happens. So that's the route that I'm going to go. I am going to just gonna go against my conscience. I'm gonna see if some of these things can or should be warranted. Front bumper all day long. This thing should definitely be warranted. That's garbage. This is debatable, and this is debatable. I want this to be warranted, but the porosity of the part isn't as much as it is with this piece, which is the other half of the bumper thing. So this piece, I don't know, it's cold weather, all that garbage. So yeah, I don't know. Even when you look at this piece, you can see it's malformed, it's mangled, and it's got the pockets of air that helped facilitate the breakage. So let's jump into our friend here, Google. So right there, we got FMS. So let's see just parts-wise. So you do have to be very specific with how you go. See how if you go with a side movement, you have to literally click on it, go down, go over. You can go to parts and accessories, and just did it this way. RC car all the way down the bottom, FMT10 Colorado, and search and view parts. You can look at the manual too and support, but view parts. And then I think because I already know where this is, I think it's on page 3 and 4 or something like that. I think it's on page 3 and 4, so it's probably on 4. I thought I knew where this was. Okay, so we need this piece right here. Oh, it's more money than I thought. That's why I wanted to 3D print it. That's why. 18 bucks. It comes with all the stuff, but like, dude, I don't need all of that. All of that other stuff is mint. So we got that added to cart already. You can see you've got like this stuff, but it's like, that's right. So here on this side, right? Why are they doing it like this? Dude, why are they doing it like this? It's like they're making you pay for the other parts that you literally don't need. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at it, dude. This stuff right here, this is, come on. Look at it. And even in this, it doesn't give you everything. That's where they get you. That's how they get you. I don't need any of this garbage. I literally just need this piece right here, rollover image. I literally just need this piece right here. Everything else is fine. And I don't need to spend 18 bucks for that. So I'm going to try and 3D print my own and see if it works. I think, dude, it might. It actually might. That TPU filament that I've got, if I print it at a solid or really close to a solid, I can make it pretty damn strong, and it will have still a little bit of flexibility. The other stuff to use is PETG. If you can print PETG, certain types of PETG, maybe PETG can also print up that piece. I might have to try that, dude. I might have to try that. All right, so we already have a cart going. I'm just gonna jump up to it. Cart, just so I could show you what we got here. So here's all your stuff right here. Comes in at $24.98, and then what do you mean worry-free delivery? Like, so if the package gets lost, you have to pay like an additional $1.28 and you'll get a full refund? No, you'll get a full refund if your package is lost. What is that garbage, man? All right, so if we check out, you got to add shipping to this. I think shipping was like $6.99 or something like that. Yeah. So here's the total price right here. So the total price comes out to $31.97 with $6.99 shipping. So, and then they try to sell you more stuff and whatever. So, yeah. I didn't even have the bumper in there because I'm designing a bumper. Jump back into the home page. I had contacted FMS probably, I think when I first got the Bronco, and I was basically chatting with them about them making a spool. They said it was possibly in the works, but I don't see anything. I haven't even looked recently, but the way that I contacted them before was through email. So all I did was I shot an email, basically a bounce back off of that email, because I figured, you know, that's a live email. Just that way I don't have to explain nothing. They'll know who it is, whatever. And it came back as this email is no longer active. So what it did say was to go ahead and contact them through this link that they provided. Goes right here to, the link literally goes right to here. FMS support, we're here to help. So you put in your customer name, email address, and your phone number. The phone number is not important, I don't think. It's not, you know, doesn't have the risk on it. But it says, welcome to FMS support. Start by telling us whether you've already placed an order. Okay, so yes, I've already placed an order. Okay, after sales support, returns, warranty, or product help. Well, I don't really want to talk about warranty. I got a question. Product help. Choose the product you need help with. Okay, I need cars and trucks. RC truck. Binding, motor, battery, body, servo, transmission, wheels, tires, lights. Well, it's kind of none of that. So what happens if I click servo only because it is steering? Where did you purchase it from? The official website. Order number. So put in your order number, which is whatever it is. Please include a detailed description of the issue you're experiencing to help us confirm with the fault and provide a correct resolution. So it also says provide pictures and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this route and see if I can get an answer. I'm going to go ahead and put down everything that's broken. I'll tell them why I think it's broken. I'll tell them it was driven in cold temperatures. Where do they want to go from here? I'll provide the pictures. This one's going to be an odd one because I can't provide the pictures now because, at least I don't think I can. I don't know if I took pictures of this. I think I used my camera to zoom in to look at it, but I don't think I took pictures. I think I might have taken a video. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all this and then basically report back to you later. So here we go. All right, so here's what I think part of my issue is. So if you look at that, all I need is this piece right here, which is C3588. But guess what? All the other parts are labeled the same thing. So while it points out a specific part, in order to just get that one specific broken piece, you have to order all this other garbage. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then where was it? I think it was this thing too. So see right here where it says this one right here. See this one right here? C3593. I just need that one piece. Even if it came in a pack of two. Guess what? I believe because it's the same part number, you have to order all three. I don't need the metal thing here. I don't even need the other plastic piece. I just need the one that broke. So that'll most likely be a 3D printed part. See what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think in this hobby, you need to get a 3D printer because the 3D printer, while it's not going to be perfect, it is going to help. Oh, there we go. Oh, dude, are you serious? Right, okay. So C3595. So if I punch in C3595, click enter. So you can literally just go in. See, I don't need all that other garbage, dude. It's going to give me a piece that probably wouldn't break. $7. So it all adds up. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the problem with stuff like this is that, well, it's nice. It's got a manual and exploded views and all that garbage you got to pay attention to. And I didn't even catch it. The part number is the same damn part number for 500 parts. So you've got to buy all 500 of those pieces just to get the one that you need and none of the other stuff you need. I'd rather just buy this piece. Buy this piece. Buy this piece. I don't need all the other garbage. So this is what I've got so far. I said the choices for help are not expanded enough to directly communicate all the issues that I'm having. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list off basically all 4 part numbers and say all of these parts are broken. It appears as though the molding process was poor or something is going on. Yes, I did bash in cold temperatures. So, or yes, I did drive the vehicle in cold temperatures. That's what I'm going to go with. We don't have to talk about 6S and all that other stuff.
Full trigger. Oh, oh.
Because kind of that didn't matter, but did it? Yeah, actually it kind of did, because I probably wouldn't have hit that light bulb if I wasn't on 6S. Conscience matter, man. Man. Should I? I'm going to just shoot them this just to see what happens. It says, provide any pictures. So I got to figure out pictures too. So, all right, let's move forward with this. I'm going to do a couple more choice words and we'll see what happens with this. And we'll be back when I get some kind of a answer, or maybe that will be in part 2. This was just some of the frustrations with FMS. It seems like you can't directly email communicate with them anymore like it was in the beginning, and that's where it gets frustrating. You can do it this way, but it's not like, and I think what that shows is the lack of support that you're going to get from FMS, even though they say, we're here to help. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're here to help in what way though? Because I've got questions, dude. I've got literal questions and I want answers. And guess what? I'm not going to get them.
Full trigger. Oh, oh.